You're on.
I'm sorry to inform you that the young man sitting to your right is a liar. And the young woman in the black dress is also a liar. In fact, everyone sitting in this room is a liar. Well, actually, 99.5% of women lie at least once in a 10-minute conversation, in a 1-hour conversation. And at least 42% of men lie at least once in a 1-hour conversation. Isn't that incredible? Well, it's a lie. Sorry, guys. In fact, my slide just
vanished. Oh no. There you
okay.
go. I don't know.
In fact, only 80% of both men and female lie at least 3 times in a 10-minute conversation. By the end of my talk, you will be able to know how to detect lies when you are talking directly to another person, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your teacher, a student, whoever. So I will talk to you about 3 things. I will talk to you about microexpressions, body behavior, and the workshops I did throughout the trial. There are 6 commonly known microexpressions, and microexpressions are expressions that you make with your face that you cannot control, meaning that whatever feeling you are feeling, it will come across in your face, and there's no way that you can change them unless you are very well trained, but it's still very hard. Well, it's surprise, disgust, contempt, happiness, anger, and sadness. All of these are very easy to detect, yet hard. I'll explain myself. They're hard to detect because they're microexpressions, so they only last about 2 to 3 seconds, but they're very easy to detect because they're universally known, meaning that every single person does the exact same expressions as the ones shown here. They will not change no matter what the person looks like. In my trials, I talked about body behavior. Body behavior is very important because everyone does the same movements, whether it's guys usually try to hide their most vulnerable parts, so that means their private parts, so they stand like this. Or ladies often pull their hair behind their ear, or they touch their neck, their nose, simple things like that. Microexpressions or body behaviors is what I talked in my trials, and my trials consist of 3 groups, each containing 5 or 6 students, which we will meet 3 times, and so far I have done 1 trial, and I taught them about body behavior. Then they did an activity which was 3 truths and 2 lies, which they wrote them down on an English card and then went in front of everybody, and then they read them out loud, and then they had to figure out which ones were the lies. I have a short clip that I will show you about part of the trial, and I just want you to keep in mind the way that Jeffrey, which is a student here, the way he tells his truths and his lies, and how his body behavior changes while he's answering questions. Oh no.
Hang on. What is it saying?
It says it's private.
Oh dear. Okay. Just, you know what? Describe it for us.
Okay.
And we don't get
so he says 5 statements, and the statements that he is asked about is he worked at State Street over the summer, and then somebody asked him, did he like his experience? And throughout this video, he was smiling the whole time. However, when he answered questions about being suspended because of carrying scissors, he was smiling, but he was answering questions directly towards the person with his body open. While somebody asked why he was arrested, which was a lie, he kind of turned his body, he closed his body up, he crossed his arms, and he looked away immediately and touched his neck. So it was very obvious. He said he got arrested for carrying a gun, but at the same time, he looked away and did all those things. That was very noticeable that it was a lie. Even though he was smiling throughout the whole thing, it was very obvious through his body behavior when he was telling the truth and when he was lying. So now I want to open it up to questions. Yes.
So the goal of your trials is also like your presentation to teach people how to effectively lie or teach people how to effectively detect lies?
Well, my goal is to teach them how to effectively detect lies. However, one can take it as to the opposite and how to become a professional liar, which, I hope you don't. I hope you will want to have more truthful conversations with other people and use it to your advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, in the trial with the truths and the lies, did you talk about the signals that people should follow before they said that? So could someone just, like, purposely touch their neck and pretend that they're lying, but then actually tell the truth?
Yes, in fact, they could have, except since I taught them the same day, so it was harder for them to practice it right away, and it was more of a kind of unexpected thing that their body just did because they're used to it and they're not really good at doing it. So I just want to conclude that this is very important because every day we experience liars among ourselves. Like, even we lie to people, but in the end, it's only affecting us and the community in which we interact and which we are a part of. So, like Kylie said, you can either take this as, you become an expert liar, or you can become an expert detecting of lies, which is what I hope you become, so then you can be more trustworthy and then you can believe in other people and their words and how meaningful they are. So thank you.
Great, thank you. We're gonna keep rolling.